welcome to my very first ever NYX FACE Awards challenge tutorial. So for this theme we had to do a Mother Nature inspired by New Zealand nature. So I wanted to go for something beautiful and ancient and really powerful. And so I took a lot of the inspiration for this makeup from the weta, and then I guess some colours from maybe a tui. So to start this makeup I completely blocked out my eyebrows by using a glue stick and some concealer, and now I'm completely whitening my face using a ivory face paint, and then I'm powdering that off with some white powder as well. To bring some colour into my face, I'm first starting out by using a orange eyeshadow, and I'm using this on my eyes and then also around my face as well to kind of contour it and to give me some little details that I will be accentuating a little bit more further on in the makeup. I'm using a dry face paint sponge to do all of this shading because it has a nice sharp straight edge on it, and so therefore I can create these nice sharp straight lines on my face as well. Now it's time to add some extra detail to my eyes. So first I'm using a brown eyeshadow and I'm just deepening out that orange a little bit. After that, I'm now going to go in with a white face paint and add some details underneath my eyes. Once I've done those little white shapes underneath my eyes, I'm now going to go in with a black face paint and I'm just kind of outlining them a little bit and then also creating a cool shape underneath my eyes. I'm also using the same black face paint to do my top eyeliner, and then I wanted to make it a little bit more extreme, so I'm adding a little bit more white underneath and I'll outline that eventually as well. And now it's time to add some more shading around the face as well. So I'm just using that brown eyeshadow again. I thought the forehead was looking a little bit bare, so now I'm also adding this little design in the middle of my forehead, which is kind of a little bit insecty, I think. And so I'm just using that orange and brown eyeshadow for that as well. For my mouth, I'm just adding a little bit more of that pale face paint to my lips, just to get them all the same colour, and then I'm adding a little bit of shading around them as well. now it's time to add some extra detail into the makeup, so I'm just using a black face paint for this. Underneath the white that I did under my eyes earlier, I'm just outlining it with a bit of black and then adding these kind of insecty legs, which kind of look a little bit lash-like, but then also have that cool natural insect sort of vibe to it. Now I'm just adding a little bit of yellow face paint to the makeup as well, just to make it pop a little bit more. Once I'm pretty happy with the makeup so far, I've got these really cool weta scales that I've made out of EVA foam, and I'll just be applying some glue onto the back of these, and then I'll be sticking them on my shoulders. Once they're all stuck on, I'm now using a whipped latex to kind of blend in the edges a little bit, and then over top of that I will be adding some liquid latex as well, and I'm hair drying in between these steps as well, just to make sure that it's all nice and dry. Once the edges are fairly blended in, I'm now going in with that ivory face paint again, and I'm just covering my whole chest. And I'm powdering this off again with a white powder just to get the colour a little bit more even. Now I've got that same orange eyeshadow that I was using earlier, and I'm just using that to add some colour to the bottom. Now I've also made these super cool little branchy booby prosthetics, and they're made out of foam latex, and so I've just stuck them on as well using the same glue, and I'm just painting a little bit of dark brown around that. For the center of my chest, I thought it would be cool and it would kind of make it look a little bit more ancient if I had a big piece of amber with a little weta stuck inside. So I'm just painting this on using my face paints. I'm adding a bit of a shadow underneath the amber as well because I want it to look quite 3D. adding some branches coming from my tree booby covers, and I'm just bringing up those branches to kind of almost hold up the amber, and I'm adding a few little swirls in there as well just to make it look a little bit more elegant. Also, while I'm using this black for my branches, I'm also blending in the scales a little bit as well. And so I'm just adding some black and then putting some little dots trailing off of them, just to give it a bit of a texture, and it also kind of helps with blending in those blend lines as well. Now I'm just adding a little bit of brown to my branches as well, and then a little bit of that ivory color again just to add a little highlight as well. Now I haven't stuck on the other side of my weta scales because it's actually kind of restricting, which I did not factor in to begin with, but so I will be gluing that on still. But so back to the face, I'm now doing my lips, so I've just put on a nice brown liquid lipstick and then adding this little black circle just to have a little bit more of an interesting detail on there. And now I'm going in with a gold body paint, and I'm just adding a little bit of gold to my face just to give it more of that kind of regal, royal richness. And now I'm just filling up a few little empty spaces on my face and just finishing off the makeup basically. And once I'm pretty happy with the makeup, I can actually finally stick on those other weta scales. So I've applied the weta scales exactly the same as the other side and added just a few more little dots in the middle of my neck. And now I've just added my beautiful headpiece that I've made, and I'm just bringing in a little bit more blue into the scales and then also adding some lashes. I also decided on some simple black contact lenses, and then that was my makeup all finished. So that is my makeup all done, and I really hope that you guys love it as much as I do. So for my hand, I just painted it black and put on some gold powder as well, just to finish the look a little bit more. And yeah, this is my New Zealand Kiwi weta Mother Nature. So if you love this makeup, please click the link below and vote for me.